everyone. Today we're talking about winter tree ID, and identifying deciduous trees this time of year can be tricky since the leaves are on the ground. But we can look at other features to help us figure out what species we're talking about. So we're going to identify this tree I'm standing next to right here, and one of the things to look at is the branching pattern. And I have two samples here in my hand of different branching patterns. One is opposite branching pattern. So if you look, you'll notice on this branch that all the smaller branches coming off have a friend right across from them. So this is opposite branching. And then we have alternate branching, like on this one, where as you look, each little one, each new branch coming off does not have a partner next to it, so to speak. So it's an alternate. When I look up at this tree, it's quite tall, so I have to really observe for a minute. I see that this tree has an opposite branching pattern. And in Wisconsin, we only have a few species that have this branching pattern, so there's an acronym to help you remember those species, and it's MADBUC. The M is the M is for maple, the A is for ash, the D for dogwood, and then the buck is for like a buckeye or a horse chestnut. So I know that this tree must be one of those species, but I have to look at some other features on the tree to figure out what one it is. And one of the next features to look at is the bark. This tree has a diamond-shaped bark, is what I like to call it, and really kind of some deep fissures too that really sticks out compared to other bark here in the forest. And I also take a look at the habitat I'm in. So this is a very wet area, and so those factors, the combination of the opposite branching pattern, the diamond bark, and the wet soil and the wet area tells me that this is a green ash tree. We do have white ash and black ash in Wisconsin as well. You'll find black ash in wet areas, and then the white ash prefers a more dry soil. So we have a lot of ash trees in this part of Wisconsin, and you might even find them in your neighborhood if you live in town. They were planted quite extensively as ornamental trees or trees for beautifying the city. They do really well in poor soil, so they are often planted right along between the sidewalk and the curbside. So a very common tree. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something.